Good afternoon, viewers. Welcome back to another edition of the Regional Review. My name is Enzo Amuele, the correspondent for Namibia Media Holdings in the Central North. Before we continue with our show today we celebrate International Accountants Day. Please do stay tuned. First up in our news, the Ministry of Labour has closed down operations at Chita Cement, which is situated a few kilometers outside of Otjiwarongo. In a letter sent by Regional Review, it states that the operations are closed down due to health and safety issues, and the Chita Cement remains closed until these hazardous areas are addressed. On 13 May 2022 at around 1800 hours, at Chita Cement Factory, it is alleged that two securities employed by Armed Protection Services who safeguard the factory were handing over duties to each other. A service revolve gun during exchange of duty. It is alleged that Mr. Philander, a Namibian male of 31 years old, received the gun who was reporting on duty. He intended to position it well and in the process shot the victim who was going off duty once in the stomach. The victim is identified as Angolan male 23-year-old Jose Albano Samba. He was transferred to Windhoek but unfortunately succumbed on the way. His next of kin are informed. The incident was only reported at the police at 8:50 by the supervisor. A case of murder, alternative reckless and negligent handling of firearm is opened. Mr. Philander made his first court appearance on Monday and pleaded guilty but explained it was an accident and not intentional. He appeared before Magistrate Kyle Muyengu and Public Prosecutor Joas Nemwata. He returns to the dock on 5 July for further investigation and legal aid representation. Continuing with our news, viewers. Hundreds of Okakara residents have taken to the streets demanding the removal of their political leaders. The group known as People Living in the Shanty sections of Okakara has given the local authority councillors until end of this month to vacate their premises. Continuing with demonstration news, Grootfontein residents also held a peaceful demonstration in support of the Northern Town's Mayor Dalita Garises. A crowd was seen standing in front of the municipality, which has been shrouded in controversy recently. They say the current mayor is engaged in an anti-corruption cleanup process and that she should be.
Africa Good Morning is a current affairs program that brings you the latest from Southern Africa and beyond. News, economics, sport, weather, interviews, and so much more. For any advertising or news-related queries, contact agm@synergy.com.na. Africa Good Morning, bringing Africa to you.
Viewers, that brings us to the end of our news segment here today. Please do stay tuned for our interview.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Ms. Arlete Sambili, a teacher at Ochiwarongo Secondary School. I was fortunate enough to recently be awarded one of the best teachers in Otjozondjupa region for grade 11 English ordinary level. I started off my education in Wolfish Bay at Narwhal Primary and then the Dana Secondary School, and I completed my tertiary education at the University of Namibia. I started teaching here in Ochiwarongo at Ochiwarongo Secondary School, and I've been teaching for 4 years now. Honestly, winning this awards was really unexpected. It was overwhelming, and even right now, it's still very exciting just thinking about it, and it's motivation for me to keep on working hard with my learners and to keep on encouraging the learners to do well. And I would say that my secret to teaching and my secret to doing well is motivating the learners. You know, a lot of these learners, they don't really work if they don't know what it is that they're working towards. So it's important that I keep them motivated. And yeah, in that, by keeping them motivated, I'm able to ensure that they do well and they too know why it is that they're working so hard in class. It's really very challenging though, because you know there are disciplinary issues that come into play. So it's challenging despite them being motivated. They're still just teenagers, they're still just kids. So a lot of times there are a lot of hiccups, that one has to overcome. I would say that my advice, or the advice I would give to other teachers, is to be patient. You know, we sit with learners from different backgrounds, we sit with learners with different learning needs and different learning abilities. So it's important that we as teachers be patient. It's important that we get to know these learners' needs. And it's important that we ensure that they're motivated. It's important that we ensure that they know their different learning needs, they know their different abilities. That way we can work together as teachers and learners to ensure that we get good results.
Going back to your background, did you always want to become a teacher?
Yeah, I've always wanted to become a teacher. This might be surprising to a lot of people, because just the thought of instilling knowledge, you know, it might not seem like a very big task to most people, but as teachers, what we do is quite a lot. We instill knowledge within these learners, we motivate them not just for the classroom, but even for outside the classroom, and we play a very big role in these learners' lives. We're remembered by these learners even after they've completed their studies, and sometimes just them remembering you is a form of motivation for them to keep on going even after school. So this is something that I've always wanted to do, and I have no regrets thus far.
The education sector has changed dramatically over the years. What is your take on the new curriculum as a teacher?
Honestly, it has been very challenging, not just for teachers, but for learners as well, because the gap in what we've been doing and what we're doing now, I will say that it's quite great, but it's not something that we cannot overcome. Although it's been a great gap, we are learning. As teachers, as learners, we are learning, and it's easier now than when it first started. That was a few years ago. It's easier now. So over time, we definitely will have a good handle on things.
Last but not least, how would you describe one of your best moments ever as a teacher in a class?
I have many great memories. There were days when I was too tired. There were days when I was not in the best of moods, and just learners coming to my class in the best of spirits because they came to my class, not just because they're at school, but because they came to my class. It shows me that I'm doing something right, and that my class is a place of comfort for these kids. It's not only a place where they can learn, but a place where they can be themselves. Okay, with that said, thank you very much for having me on the regional review. Best of wishes to all the teachers and to all the learners countrywide for the rest of the year.
Education is indeed the future, and that was very, very inspiring from our lovely teacher. And now, viewers, we head over to our weather report for the day.
Taking a look at the weather for the central north, Okahanya and Otjiwarongo are sunny and pleasant with mild temps. Tsumeb is pleasant with plenty of sunshine, while Grootfontein is sunny and beautiful with cooler temperatures expected over the weekend. Okakarara is mostly sunny and pleasant, although below zero nighttime temperatures can be expected over the weekend.
NMH Ad Spotter spots the daily adverts in all NMH printed editions from the daily newspapers, the Republican, Namibian Sun and Algemene Zeitung, to our retail specials as well as weekly, monthly and yearly focus. You can catch the show on NTV, 1up2.com and cross-share on the following Facebook platforms. That is the Republican, Namibian Sun, Algemene Zeitung and Namibia Media Holdings. For any advertising queries, you can contact us at adspotter@synergy.com.na.
Viewers, that brings us to the end of our show here today. I hope you guys tune in again next week, Thursday, same time.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, welcome to another exciting edition.